A blade isn't sharp until it's been dragged across the stone. Fire burns, yes, but it also hardens the clay. You look at your mind and all you see are the cracks left by the past, the heavy silence, the racing thoughts. But what if those cracks are exactly where the light gets in? What if your pain gave you a cognitive edge that most people will never understand? If you show 3 of these 10 signs, you don't just carry trauma, you wield traumatic intelligence. I'm going to reveal the hidden mechanics of your survival. Count them as we go, and brace yourself for number 7. It's the one truth that will finally set you free. Number 1, the quiet threat assessor. People often think you're shy. They see you in the corner of a party, quiet, slow to speak, just watching, and they assume you lack confidence. They couldn't be more wrong. This isn't social anxiety, it's tactical filtering. While they are busy talking over each other to boost their egos, your brain is actively scanning the room. You are mapping power dynamics, hidden motives, and baseline behaviors. You speak slowly because you're weighing the exact impact of your words. You don't waste energy on useless noise. To the untrained eye, you look timid, but in reality, you're just 10 steps ahead. Number 2, the authenticity filter. You've probably noticed that small talk feels physically painful to you. People might even call you intense or say you're hard to get to know. And the truth is, they're right. You have zero tolerance for fake masks and superficial games. Why? Because when you grow up in a chaotic environment, unpredictability is dangerous. You need to know exactly who someone is under the surface so you know if you are safe. This friction you cause in social circles isn't a personality flaw, it's a high-level vetting system. You are actively forcing people to show their real hand. Number 3, the micro-expression scanner. Let's look under the hood for a second. You don't have some mystical, magical intuition. It's pure mechanics. Your amygdala, the alarm system of your brain, was forced to work overtime when you were young. You had to learn how to read the heavy footsteps, the slight shift in a tone of voice, the tiny twitch in a caregiver's jaw. Your brain became a ruthless pattern recognition machine. You absorb the emotional state of a room the second you walk in, and I know it is completely exhausting. You feel the pain of others so deeply because your survival once depended on monitoring it. It's a heavy burden, but it's an absolute superpower. Number 4, the chaos engineer. You have these weird quirks. Maybe you need to sit facing the door in a restaurant. Maybe you obsessively organize your digital files or map out 3 different escape routes when traveling. Other people think it's weird, but this is cognitive play. When your early life was marked by things totally out of your control, your brain learned to build microenvironments of total predictability. You optimize things not because you're a neat freak, but because order is your anchor. It's your mind saying, I dictate the rules of this space. Number 5, adaptive skepticism. People tell you to just trust more. They think your lack of trust is born out of bitterness or a closed heart. They don't understand that your skepticism is a finely tuned shield. You don't read people by what they say, you read them by tracking their inconsistencies over time. You are constantly collecting mental models of human behavior. You aren't being negative, you are running a security protocol. You demand that trust is earned through data, not empty words. And more often than not, your skepticism turns out to be exactly right. Number 6, the simulation engine. This is the big one. Anxiety. You think too much, you spiral. But let's reframe what anxiety actually is for you. It's not a malfunction. It is a high-speed simulation engine running worst-case scenarios. Because you experienced the worst in the past, your brain is trying to inoculate you against future shock. You run through every possible disaster so that if the chaos actually hits, you won't freeze, you will act. While normal people panic when the system breaks, you stay dead calm. Why? Because you already lived this disaster in your head 100 times before breakfast. High risk is your home turf. Number 7, strategic isolation. Here's the truth I promised you, the one that changes everything. You don't isolate yourself because you hate humanity. You don't sit in the dark ignoring messages because you are broken. You do it for nervous system regulation. Modern life is a flood of useless data, and your highly sensitive brain absorbs all of it. Silence is not your enemy, Silence is your processing lab. It's where you digest the patterns, clear the cache, and reset the alarms. That antisocial tendency, it's not a defect. It's your secret weapon for maintaining a sharp, lethal focus in a world that is constantly distracted. Number 8, radical self-reliance. We need to be brutally honest here. It's easy to blame the fire that burned you. It's easy to point fingers at the universe. But at a certain point, the true survivors make a shift. You stop waiting for someone to save you. You realize that no one is coming. This sounds cynical, but it's actually the purest form of freedom. Psychologists call it post-traumatic growth. You take the raw, jagged pieces of your history and you forge them into an unbreakable core. You don't demand fairness from the world anymore. You demand resilience from yourself. Number 9, nervous system pacing. You probably hate strict routines. Rigid, hour-by-hour schedules don't work for you. Traditional productivity gurus will say you are lazy or lack discipline. They are wrong. You don't manage time. You manage cognitive rhythm and energy capacity. You know that you have days where you can barely move and days where you can outwork 5 people combined. You listen to the hum of your nervous system. You strike when the energy is high and you retreat when the alarms are ringing. That's not laziness. That's elite biological management. Number 10, the ultimate camouflage. The final sign, the absolute peak of traumatic intelligence, is that you know how to hide it. You don't walk around trying to sound smart. You don't use big words to intimidate people. In fact, you often play dumb. You actively downplay your awareness just to make the people around you feel comfortable and safe. Because you know what it feels like to be threatened, you use your vast emotional intelligence to disarm the room. You blend in perfectly. You are a wolf in sheep's clothing, but instead of hunting, you are protecting. Listen to me very closely. You don't need a piece of paper or a medical label to validate your worth. The world will try to tell you that you are damaged goods. They will tell you that you need to be fixed. But look at the architecture of your mind. Look at the tools you forged in the dark. You are not a victim. You are a highly capable survivor carrying rare, sharp instruments of empathy and awareness. The time for looking backward is over. Stop focusing on the fire that forced you to make these tools, and start deciding what you are going to build with them. Which habit hit you the hardest? Drop the number in the comments. Let's see how many secret geniuses are out there trying to act normal. Stay sharp. I'll see you in the next one.